Okay, I'm 5 days post-op. Time for an update. Not just about recovery, but about what I'm feeling right now. So, if you're approaching a hysterectomy or pelvic surgery, I hope that this video can help you with what to expect, 5 or 6 days afterwards. As usual, your results may vary. So, a quick recap. I had a hysterectomy, both ovaries, both tubes removed. My cervix is still in place. My bladder and ureter were repositioned, and I think a sling, I know at least on the ureter is a sling. Not sure if the bladder got its own sling or how all that worked. And as a bonus, I had my appendix removed because it just so happened they found polyps on my appendix during a colonoscopy in the midst of all of this. So, hey, why not take it out at the same time? So that's what we did. And as a yet another bonus, because I'm an overachiever and I couldn't just let the surgery be the way that it was, I got shingles diagnosed July 1st. My surgery was July 18th, and on July 1st, I was diagnosed with shingles, likely due to stress. Imagine that. I did deal with a lot of nerve pain because of the shingles leading up to the surgery. And oddly enough, I think a lot of my pain, I'll talk about it a little bit later, but I think a lot of my pain now is due to the shingles because it's all on the left side of my body. It's like you can feel it stop right in the center. It's really weird. Like even my appendix, which is on the right side, was on the right side. That whole area is like almost pain free right now. But my left side is still a lot of deep nerve pain. So the surgery itself took about 3.5 hours. I got there at 5:30 in the morning. I didn't need to be there until 6:15, but it's kind of a drive for us, so I got there a little early. Was leaving to go home by 6 p.m., and I thought I was doing fine, but about 2 o'clock in the morning, my surgery medications wore off and my pain got out of control. Luckily, on Saturday morning, I was able to get a hold of the on-call pretty early and most of the day on Saturday to get my pain back into control. But once I did, I haven't really had any issues since then. Just maintaining my regular schedule with my medications has made it bearable. So, how did we get here anyway? The main reason for my surgery was a grade 3 bladder prolapse, but it didn't start out that way. I had 6-pound twins, and they're in their late 20s now. So, for about 20 years or so, I was walking around with a grade 2 prolapse that I really wasn't aware of. I mean, I was aware of it, but I didn't know what it was called or named. I knew that something was going on vaginally, but I just assumed that if something was really wrong, that at my annual appointment, my doctor would say something about it. No, they didn't. I only learned about prolapse and what prolapse is when I started caring for my 93-year-old mother. And she has a full prolapse, and that really opened my eyes and scared me to death. So in December of 24, my own prolapse progressed and moved outside of my body a little bit. And now I could see it and I could feel it. And it became very real and very scary. I made an appointment with my doctor, and together we decided that for me, it was time for surgery. But that decision is a personal decision. It's one that you and your physician and your healthcare team and your family, if you want to involve them, need to make for you. This is different for everybody. But if you're going through something like this, start the conversation early. It helps. I didn't. I was doing pelvic floor exercises, but I probably wasn't doing them correctly or confidently. And even as a licensed occupational therapy practitioner, I wasn't trained in menopause or postmenopause or bladder prolapse or pelvic floor health or what actually happens to women's bodies after childbearing years. And that is why I'm here now, because if I can help it, I don't want someone else going through this and being confused or dismissed or unprepared. So if I can help, even one person, that's why I'm here. And something that's even a little more personal about it is that I didn't realize this until recently, but somewhere in the last decade, I just kind of lost my passion. And I don't mean like sexual passion, but my life passion, my spark, the me that kind of looked forward to things or had 20 projects going all the time because I just wanted to do everything. That person kind of disappeared. And I didn't notice it right away, but when I did, it was really sad. And I didn't think that there was a lot of hope. So I was starting to get a little bit depressed about it. But here's the beautiful part though, she's coming back. I've given myself permission to care about myself again. And I know that in 6 weeks, when I'm further along in my healing journey, I'm going to be starting hormone therapy and doing some blood work to get a baseline before that. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the prospect of being me again. So even just 6 days post-op, I'm excited and I know that this was the right decision for me. Menopause is inevitable, suffering is not. Dr. Mary Claire Haver says that all the time. We are allowed to want more, to ask more, to say, I miss who I was and I want her back. So, what about the pain and the bleeding in the bowels and all of that? Well, the first day I had zero bladder control, which kind of scared me because I didn't have bladder issues before the surgery. But that has consistently gotten better every day. My bleeding from the vaginal wall repair is almost gone. It's very slight now, just 6 days in. I'm still taking Miralax every day because I don't want any constipation, because bearing down would be very painful right now. And I think if it wasn't for the shingles, that the pain would be extremely manageable right now, but I do have deep nerve pain still that's not easily manageable. So I have to keep a little bit closer eye on that. And I am taking it easy, and I have a lot of help from family members right now. So I appreciate that. So 6 days out, I'm still sore, still healing, still sleeping in weird positions, but I feel lit up. I am excited for what the future is going to hold for me. And it's been a long time since I've felt that. So if you're at that stage, pre-surgery, post-surgery, floating around somewhere in the unknown, I see you. You're not broken, you're not behind, and you're definitely not alone. Your passion isn't gone. It's just waiting for permission. So let's go find it together. This is Women with a Pause. Welcome.